Okay, when you're ready, let's begin. Yoga starts by simply sitting on the floor or even sitting in a chair is fine. Yoga starts in the present moment. A lot of times we think it's about physical activity, but it is that, and it's more, it's much more. There's a whole mental component as well. And so sitting cross-legged on the floor is also yoga. So let's take a moment to get a sense of um, our legs, whatever position they happen to be in. You can do the sitting in a chair too. Get a sense of our body. If you can be still for a few moments, maybe take a moment to look at your body. And now let's move. Let's start to slowly move our body, getting a sense of our our back, our legs, and maybe some other whatever else you might feel as you're turning your body, as you turn in a circle. You could make this a big circle or a small circle. And if you feel pain or anything in your body, that might be a signal to slow down or maybe stop. Maybe change the way that you're moving your body. You don't have to push through pain when you're doing yoga. That's not the purpose. We're not trying to break through anything. We're just simply trying to notice our physical body. Well, let's go the other direction. If you're circling one way, we can circle the other way. And then back to center. And let's begin to connect with our breath through moving our arms, bringing our hands together, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Warming up our arms a little bit. Just going with the sync of your own breathing, synchronizing your movements with your own breathing. You might be in sync with what I'm doing, or you might feel something. You might not be. Let's bring our hands back to our lap and maybe on our knees, breathing in, lifting our arms up, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Now we're moving our arms in a vertical direction. We're getting our shoulders warmed up a little bit, our neck, and getting a sense of our shoulders. All right. And back to center. Maybe circling our shoulders around a few times. And then circling our head, or just maybe starting by turning our chin left and right, up and down. Move your chin up and down. Get a sense of your neck. Maybe make a circle with your chin and circle in either direction. Mm. And then coming back to center, let's focus on our back a little bit more. Just rounding like a hunchback old man, and then lifting up, hunching, and then straightening up tall, hunching, and then straightening up tall. And just moving your back in and out, in and out. Round it, and then straighten it up. Round it, and then straighten it up. Okay. All right. We can rock our bodies side to side several times. Get a sense of the sides of your body. Might feel this in your hips here, maybe here and here. We can also start to lift one arm over our head, and go the other side. Feel that stretch in the side of your body. Okay. Maybe a couple more of these. All right, and back to center. Let's come onto our hands and knees and begin to move our leg, move one leg, kind of like you're pushing on something behind you, just pushing back behind you, maybe lifting your leg up a little bit, start to feel your leg a little bit more. And then switch to the other leg when you're ready. Right, feeling sensation in your leg. Okay, and then hands and knees back on the ground. We'll lift our knees off the ground, hands and feet on the ground now. We'll walk our feet in place a little bit, stretching the backs of our legs a bit. And then walking our feet to our hands, straightening up our knees, and coming up to standing. All right. Standing is also a yoga pose. This is called mountain pose. And in mountain pose, we're to recollect the strength of a mountain. Recollect the strength of a mountain. Feel that sense of strength inside. Right? Standing tall like a mountain. And just like a mountain takes all kinds of difficult weather, so too are we capable of that. Whatever gets thrown, whatever the world throws at us, the mountain just absorbs it, takes it on. Yourself like a strong mountain, immovable, tall, large. All right, let's try a sun salutation. This will help us to get a little bit warmer. We'll do several series of movements, about 12 movements in all. And traditionally, this is done in the morning. It's the start of the day. It's a way to not just warm up your body, but to connect with the life force, with the energy of the sun. We think of the sun as out there, up in the sky, but in yogic philosophy, the sun is also right here in our heart. And so when we do sun salutation, we are allowing that sun, that heat from within us, to start to burn away our own mental afflictions. All right, so let's stand right at the top of our mat, bring our hands together, reaching forward and up. And just as you would look up to see the sun, we look up, raising our arms up towards the sky, and then folding forward, bowing to the sun. Left foot stepping back, and right foot stepping back. Come into the upside down V with your body, upside down V shape with your body. And notice how maybe you notice some internal shifts. Your heart is over your head is lower than the heart from this downward dog. It's called downward dog. Okay, let's look forward, bend our knees, and lower down, bend our elbows, and straighten our knees. We're coming onto the front side of our body, and lifting up our head, and then returning to that upside down V shape. Okay. Then we look forward, left foot steps forward, and right foot steps forward. Standing up, arms come up, arching back, and then palms come in front of the heart. So we end where we begin. Let's do that again. Number 2. Reaching up, take a breath in, and fold forward. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. Okay, pause here for a few breaths. Notice what you notice in your body. Okay, we'll lower our knees down, bend our elbows, slide forward, and lift the head, and then return to downward dog. Okay, right foot stepping forward, kind of lowering your legs as low as they can go, and then stepping your left foot forward. Straightening your knees and making your way up to standing. Arms continue to lift over the head and back behind you. And then palms come in front of the heart. That was number 2. Let's do number 3. Ready? Arms sweeping forward and up and back and fold forward. Left foot stepping back and right foot stepping back. Lower your knees, bend your elbows, and come forward. Downward dog. Left foot forward. Right foot forward. Rolling on up. And palms in front of the heart. All right. Let's come into mountain. Turn to mountain. Find that sense of stability. While you do that, I want to share with you a passage from the Sutra on the Four Foundations of Mindfulness. When a practitioner walks, he is aware, I am walking. When he is standing, he is aware, I am standing. Usually when we stand up, we're waiting for something to happen. Can we simply stand? When he is standing, he is aware he is standing. Usually we're not aware when we're standing. Usually our minds are off into the future or into the past, but we're not present. But to practice mindfulness of the body is to be aware of what position your body is in. When he is standing, he is aware, I am standing. Right? So if you're waiting for something to happen, if you're waiting for me to say something, that's already a future orientation. When he is sitting, he is aware, I am sitting. When he is sitting, he is aware, I am sitting. When he's lying down, he is aware, I am lying down. Whatever position your body happens to be in, you're aware of it. In whatever position his body happens to be, he is aware of the position of his body. This is how a practitioner observes the body in the body. Right? So if you're standing, know that you're standing. And yogis will spend a lot of time in one particular posture, just standing, just sitting, nothing going on. Of course, they might be thinking about something, but their primary attention is rooted in their body. He observes the inside of the body or the outside of the body, or both the inside of the body and the outside of the body. Right? The inside of the body, the sensations. Can you notice the contact between your feet and the floor? That would be noticing from the inside and the outside. Or maybe you notice an internal sensation. Maybe you feel something internally around your heart area. Maybe you can feel the contact between your clothes and your skin. That would be becoming aware of the outside of your body. There's the inside and there's the outside. He observes the process of coming to be in the body or the process of dissolution in the body, or both the process of coming to be and the process of dissolution. In other words, the practitioner notices a sensation arise, notices it persist, and notices it change. It comes to an end. You might feel an internal sensation, and then all of a sudden you don't feel it anymore. It comes and it goes. Or he is mindful of the fact there is a body here until understanding and full awareness come about. There is a body here. Just notice there is a body here. And you remain in awareness of that until understanding and full awareness come about. So what's the aim here? Understanding and full awareness. When those things arise in and until those things arise in you, then remain established in mindfulness of the body. Right? So all of these things we can do when seems like we're not doing anything by simply standing. All right, let's practice tree pose. Let's make ourselves into the shape of a tree. So we bring our foot up onto our leg, be down by our ankle, or by our calf, or up on our thigh. Use our arms like the branches of a tree, spreading out. The Sutra on the four establishments of mindfulness was written about 2,500 years ago. Not written, actually, it was orally transmitted by the Buddha to his students. And we can practice mindfulness of the body when we're doing yoga. Notice what position your body happens to be in. Feel it from the inside and from the outside, or both from the inside and the outside. In whatever position your body happens to be, notice that. Be mindful of it. Right. All right, let's lower our arms, release our foot, and shift our weight over to the other side. Bring the other foot up. Now, if you have any trouble with balancing on one leg, that's normal. Just use a wall or a chair to hold on to until you gain some balance. It helps to look down towards the floor sometimes and to soften your gaze so that you're not looking at one point. Notice the periphery of your vision. See if you can find some ease in your body. The first foundation of mindfulness is the body. The second foundation of mindfulness is the feelings. So, whatever feelings that arise in your body, whether they're unpleasant, pleasant, or neutral, we're aware of them as they arise, as they persist, and as they disappear. Mhm. All right. Let's lower our arms, release our foot, and come back to mountain pose. Now you know what to do with your mind when you're standing in mountain pose. If we find ourselves waiting for the next thing, then we're really not practicing mindfulness. If we find ourselves waiting for instruction, then that's not mindfulness. Right? What do you notice in your body from the inside and from the outside? All right, let's do lying down. Let's do lying down yoga and rest on your back. I'm going to move my camera to the chair so it gets a little lower. The Sutra on the Four Establishments of Mindfulness talk about the four postures in which you can establish mindfulness: standing, walking, sitting, and you guessed it, lying down. We can establish mindfulness while we lie down. Okay, noticing your body from the inside and the outside in whatever position your body happens to be in, be aware of it. Notice the contact between your backside and the floor. The second foundation of mindfulness is the feeling. Notice whatever feelings happen to be arising at this moment. Maybe you feel a sense of ease as you're laying on the floor. Maybe you feel a sense of unease, whatever it is, just notice it. Your eyes could be open for this or closed. Another part of mindfulness of our body is the ability to relax our body. And so while we're lying here on our back, you could actively relax your body. And soften the muscles, soften your face, be at ease. Do this until understanding and full awareness come about. Okay? All right, let's roll over onto our front side. Roll over, bringing our head to the mat. You could have hands at your side or in front and make your hands like a pillow to rest on. Okay. This is the abdominal resting pose. Rest on our abdomen. You could have your eyes opened or closed. Now let's practice cobra. So we bring our hands underneath our shoulders, elbows in, chin, forehead on the mat, feet together, legs together, elbows tucked in, and lift your head. Holding, holding. All right. Notice the muscles in your back. You might notice some sensations there in your back as you lift your head. You can turn your head left and right. So we're using yoga as a means to develop mindfulness. Mindfulness of what? Mindfulness of our body, the first foundation of mindfulness, as well as mindfulness of feelings, what we notice, pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral. Okay, and then lower your head, rest. There's also the third foundation of mindfulness, the mind. Noticing the mind, that means noticing whatever emotions might be there. If there's anger or jealousy or grief, whatever happens to be in your mind, whatever thoughts might be there, thoughts of kindness, of care, of love, whatever happens to be there, we notice it. And if it's a very strong emotion, we want to bring mindfulness to the fore as a kind of escort so that that emotion doesn't damage ourselves or damage others. So let's go into cobra once again, bringing our hands under our shoulders, feet together, lifting our head. Right, and holding our back upright. You can also notice your thoughts or emotions change. Anger might be there, but it also might change to something else. So we bring mindfulness to whatever is there as a kind of escort so that we don't react out of whatever emotional state happens to be there. Okay, and then lowering our head back down. Let's try our left leg. We're gonna lift our left leg up. Right. How high you lift is up to you. How high you lift your leg is totally up to you. Lifting our left leg up, and then lowering down, lifting our right leg up. Right. Relax your neck, relax your arms. Relax your leg that you're not lifting right now. Okay, let's lower the right leg down and lift both legs up. You can maybe try lifting both legs up. You can also try lifting both arms up. Holding, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, we can bend both knees, reach back behind you for your feet or ankles or your calves or your pant legs. All right, see if you can grab hold of something back there and lift, push your feet into your hands to lift up, maybe rock a little bit here. And then release. And bring one hand over your head. Use your other hand to roll over onto your back. Recenter on your mat and rest. And remember, whatever position your body happens to be in, the practitioner is mindful of it. So our thought, that means our thoughts are not about the future, not about the past. We bring our attention into awareness of the body. This is the first foundation of mindfulness, the body. We might also become aware of our feeling state or of our mental state. And we bring mindfulness to that. We just simply watch without judging it as bad or good. Just noticing. There's a feeling here. Notice it arise, notice it persist, and notice it fall away. Stays around for a while. That's okay. You don't have to push it out. We just watch it in mindfulness. Here, let's reach our arms out over our head, stretching out our whole body. Take a nice deep breath in and hold it. And then use your core muscles to peel your back off the ground. Squeeze your core muscles, lifting your back up. You could use your hands to help you up if you need to. Okay. And then we'll come up to a seat. Now you could stay on your back if you prefer. If you want to stay resting on your back, you can do that too. Let's stretch out one leg. Let's stretch out one leg. If you decide that you want to not be on your back, you're welcome to follow me here. So we're stretching out one leg. You could have that knee straight or you can have it bent. Whatever feels comfortable for your leg. Okay, we reach our arms overhead. Take a nice breath in. And then fold over your right leg. Here too, whatever position your body happens to be in, bring mindfulness to that. Notice sensation on the inside of your body and on the outside of your body. Feel the contact between your body and the floor. Notice any sensations in your stretched out leg. Notice whatever feeling state that arises in your mind. And then coming back up. Part of meditation practice is about what's called pratyahara, turning your awareness internally. So we let go of what's going on in the external world for the time being, bring our attention into our internal world, what's going on right here, right now in our body. So let's try the other leg. Switch it around. All right, arms come up overhead. Breathing in. Arms fold over the leg. Breathing out. Just normal breath. You don't have to touch your toes here. If your hands come to your your shin or your knee, that's fine. You can rest them on the floor. Feel free to soften your shoulders, your neck, your back. And then coming back up to seated. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. Now, the fourth foundation of mindfulness is a little bit different. The fourth foundation of mindfulness is the objects of mind. So, for example, our eye sees something in the external world, and you can bring mindfulness to that. So we don't get rid of or try to block out the external world. Right? The fourth foundation of mindfulness is bringing mindfulness into your awareness of your surroundings, what's around you, so that you feel a sense of place. You know where you are in the room. You know how much distance is between you and the walls, for example. That's mindfulness of the objects of mind, right? Everything that comes into your sensory field, your eyes, your ears, so what you hear, what you see, what you taste. Okay? So here we might also notice sensations in our hips. The four establishments of mindfulness help us to be mindful of our body, our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts, as well as the external world. And if we feel a little bit overwhelmed or distracted, becoming aware of your body is a good way to to anchor your attention. You don't have to think about the external world for now. Just bring your awareness inside your body. Notice sensations inside your body. What do you feel when your knees are separated in this way and your feet are together? Can you be at ease in this yoga form? All right. Let's bring our hands behind us, stretch our legs out, stretch it forward if you'd like. Reaching our arms overhead, breathe in. Folding over our legs, breathe out. All right, coming back to standing. Let's raise our right knee, step it over the left. Wrap the left arm around the knee, right hand behind the back. And turn. You might feel your back, you might feel your leg. A good question to ask yourself from time to time as you're doing yoga is, where is my mindfulness? Is it present or is it not? You could have mindfulness of your mindfulness. Are you being mindful? Maybe you're not being mindful. And if you're aware that you're not being mindful, that's mindfulness. Right? All right, let's change over to the other leg. If you're aware that you're not, if you become aware that you're distracted, that's also mindfulness. Sometimes we beat ourselves up for not being present enough, but you don't have to do that. If you're aware that you're not being mindful, you should congratulate yourself. That means you're being mindful. Right? You're aware that you were distracted for a while. And then somehow you became aware that you were distracted. That means you're in the present moment. You recognize some state of mind, the distracted state of mind. Okay, and back to center. All right. We've gone through our body. We have strengthened our back, doing lifts of our head and our legs. We've folded forward with our body, and now we just finished twisting our body. Now the next thing we want to do is elevate our feet above our head. So let's lay down on our back side. You feel like you're ready to continue here? Lay down on your back side. Make sure your shirt's tucked in. Remove any hair from behind your neck. Just kind of sweep it to the side. All right, we'll start by lifting our low back up. Lifting our low back up. You can begin to, you might feel your low back strengthening here, squeezing the muscles in your low back. Okay, and then lower, go ahead and lower your low back down. Raise your feet then, lifting your feet up towards the ceiling and using your hands to push your low back off of the mat, just like so. Pushing and then elevating our legs, lifting them up. And just be real careful of your head, neck, or shoulders. If you have any injuries there, you may want to consider lowering back down onto your back. All right, if there's any injuries in your head, neck, or shoulders, or are you feeling pain here, then don't do this one. All right, we're just lifting our feet up, balancing on our shoulders. This is called shoulder stand. Sarvangasana, shoulder stand asana. Do this on a wall instead of on your shoulders. You could sit yourself next to a wall, put your feet up on the wall, and then you have the support of the wall. You might notice some pressure around your throat, around your upper chest. This helps to stimulate the thyroid gland at the base of the throat. See if you can make your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. See if you can find some rest here in shoulder stand. And when you're ready, let's slowly lower our feet over our head, hands down to the mat, and slowly lower your back down. Try not to slam your feet on the ground. Engage your core muscles. Press your back into the ground. Press the back of your head into the ground. Keep pressing into your hands and arms and engage your core, your abdomen, so that your feet gently lower down to the floor. And relax. Let's bring some mindfulness into lying down. Notice any feelings that might arise, pleasurable feelings that might arise as a result of doing that asana, sarvangasana. You might notice a pleasurable feeling now that your legs are on the ground. Or you might not. You might notice something else, something different from me. So check it out. What's there for you? If you can identify the causes of the way of the reasons why you feel like you do. And the Buddha said that if there is suffering, there must be a cause to suffering. And if there is a cause, then there must be an end to suffering. And the way to end suffering, he said, is to practice the Eightfold Path: right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right meditation, right concentration. Let's take hold of our legs now. Press our elbows into the ground, lift our head up a little bit, dig into your elbows, maybe have your hands underneath your bum, and then we're going to lift our chin up and gently lower the crown of our head to the ground. Take some big breaths here. All right, and then lower your head back down gently and rest. Or if there's any of these poses you can't do, just relax, rest. You don't have to do them. You can always lie down at any point. Let's reach our arms out over our head. Take a deep breath in. Hold your breath in and come to a seated position. Cross your legs in some manner. Bring our arms behind our back. Take hold of one wrist with the other hand. And start to round your back. Lower your forehead to the floor. Going as low as you can. If your head doesn't touch the floor, that's okay. Focusing on your breathing. And then beginning to slowly lift back up. This is called Yoga Mudra, or the yogic seal. A seal seals in all the benefits of the class we've done up to this time. All right, so we just sealed in all the good stuff about yoga. Now we're going to do deep relaxation. So feel free to lay down on your back side. Maybe add a layer of clothes if you wish, or blanket. And we're just going to do a resting yoga just for a couple of minutes. And let your whole body relax from your feet all the way up to your head, everything in between. Any place you feel tight, see if you can soften the muscles, especially around your abdomen and face. And notice your breathing. Notice any thoughts that are arising, but engage the witness function of your mind, the non-judgmental awareness aspect of the mind, where you become a mirror. Your mind becomes like a mirror, just reflecting what is. You don't have to judge it or act on it. If you feel any peace at this time, allow it to be there. Soak it up. All right. Feel free to stay longer here if you like. If you're ready, go ahead and roll to one side, make your way up to a seat. Again, you could stay on your back if you'd like to stay longer. Take a few moments to connect with your breathing. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Press in your abdomen to expel the air. Another deep inhale. Exhale, press in your abdomen. Expel all the air. One more deep inhale. Exhale, return the breathing to normal. Rest here for a few moments. Notice how you feel. Notice your body. Continue to bring in that witness function, noticing your mind, any feelings, any pleasant feelings. And then begin to notice the external world, the objects of mind. Look around you. Get a sense of your place in space, distance between your body and the wall and the ceiling. All right, let's close our class with some gesture of gratitude, thankfulness for our life. And if we don't feel that gratitude for our life, that's okay. We can send out well wishes into the world that others may benefit. There's a Sanskrit chant we can do together. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. That's the translation of that Sanskrit term. Thank you.